How do your reporters even get chosen? Do they speak the languages of the people Swahili, Hausa, Yoruba, Amharic? Or just French and English, stuck in hotel rooms, interviewing the same diplomats and NGO experts over and over, and then somehow, they become the voice of Africa to the world? They killed Patrice Lumumba, the 12th of January, 1961. CIA involvement, Belgian mercenaries. They didn't just shoot him, they erased him, dissolved his body in acid, took his teeth as trophies. That's how deep the hatred ran. In 2022, one tooth was finally returned to his family, 61 years later. And what did your media say? Chaos in Congo, no mention of the killers. No digging through CIA archives. No headlines about Belgium's crime. Then, they killed Thomas Sankara, the 15th of October, 1987. He was everything we needed. He vaccinated millions of children, planted forests, lifted literacy from 13 to 73%. He banned FGM, gave women real rights, kicked out the IMF and World Bank, sold off government limousines. He told the truth. We won't pay debts we didn't create. That was the moment they marked him for death. He was betrayed by his closest friend Blaise Compaoré, and France knew. The documents are in the Foucault archives. But what did you write? Military coup in Burkina Faso. Not a word about his dream, his legacy, his love for the people. Then Gaddafi. Yes, he ruled with an iron grip. But look at what Libya was under him. The highest per capita income in Africa. Free healthcare, free education. Wedding grants, housing loans, baby bonuses, gasoline cheaper than water, and that river he turned the desert green. But his real offense? Trying to unite Africa economically. A single currency. A gold dinar. No more selling oil for dollars. That's what made him dangerous. And in 2011, they lynched him in the streets. Hillary Clinton laughed. We came, we saw, he died. And today Libya is broken. Civil war, terror groups, slave markets, weapons smuggled across the Sahel. And you still have the nerve to call that freedom? And now the spotlight shifts to us. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. You want to break us too. Turn us into another Libya, another Iraq. But it's not going to work. Not this time. We've opened our eyes. We've seen the game. And we're standing up. France said it was fighting terrorism in the Sahel Operation Barkhane. 10 years, 1 billion euros a year, 5,000 troops. What changed? Nothing. The number of terrorists didn't drop, it exploded. From a few hundred to over 5,000. You say you were fighting terror, but your soldiers guarded uranium mines, not villages. They protected pipelines, not people. And when our homes were burned down by armed groups, you weren't there. Then came Wagner, not by force, by invitation. Just 1,000 troops. And suddenly, things started changing. Terrorists ran, villages felt safer. Our resources started flowing back into our communities. You don't like that. You called them mercenaries. But what about the French Foreign Legion? Or Blackwater? Or G4S? Are they not mercenaries? You don't mind those, because they work for you. You don't want to talk about how this mess started. Al-Qaeda, you armed them in the 80s. ISIS, born after your invasion of Iraq. You broke Libya and let weapons scatter across Africa. Boko Haram grew stronger after your silence when Nigeria's police executed their leader without trial. Every time you intervened, you left us with fire and blood, and now you blame us for the ashes? You say, we must fight terror. We are, but we're doing it our way. No drones, no airstrikes from 10,000 kilometers away. We fight on the ground. We know our people. We know the difference between a farmer and a fighter, and that's why we're starting to win. But when we start winning, you change the story. You talk about democratic backsliding, human rights violations, from the same countries that ran torture prisons, drone-bombed weddings, and jailed truth-tellers like Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning. How dare you? I've seen war. I've held wounded brothers in my arms. I've watched mothers weep over their sons. I know what a real soldier is. A real soldier protects his people. A real soldier stands for honor. Not from a drone screen, but face to face. And that's how we fight. So don't talk to us about democracy, or morality, or rights. You've had your chance to lead. All you did was exploit. Now it's our turn to speak. And we're not speaking through your cameras anymore. We're telling our own stories in our own voices. We're showing the world what you hid. We're not asking for your permission. We're not waiting for your approval. We're done begging. We're done trusting. This is our land, our people, our fight. And we will win.